Andrew McGathan here alongside Kiefer Crosbie. Kiefer, you just won with what we called off camera a John Kavanagh guillotine. Could you just talk us through the finish?
Yeah, I mean, he put his head right into it. I had no game plan or anything. It was just to kind of stand up, strike him and see what happened with him, but he put his head down. His neck was there. I tried the guillotine, it was just a hold. I was going to knee him and I seen his hand go up. So I gave him a little squeeze and I could hear it in him, he was going to tap, so I just squeezed and he tapped out. I was surprised he tapped out by it, to be honest. I was going to try something else. If he held on another 2 seconds, I would have let it go, but that's the way it goes.
Do you think there's a certain element for fighters that take fights on short notice? You're kind of looking forward to it more because you know what's coming. It's going to be action-packed, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's less build-up, I suppose. You don't have weeks of thinking about who you're going to fight, whatever. I don't look up my opponents or anything like that. I didn't look up him. I didn't even know his name till they called it out. I didn't know what club he was from. I didn't know his background. But, I mean, yeah, kind of on 2 days. I took on, I think, 12 hours notice. I was actually sparring the day, went home that night, went back training that night, hard. And then John said it to me, and I was kind of, to be honest, I'm fucked. I've been tired all week. I'm out, of course, yeah.
And
sorry, yeah, I've been tired all week, but yeah, no, that's the way it goes sometimes. You know, if someone pulls out and you get an opportunity to fight in Cage Contender, you do it. You know what I mean?
You have a heavy schedule coming up. Tell us when we can see you in action next.
This day, 2 weeks, I'll be in Letterkenny fighting on Immortal. Don't seem to have any injuries, and I'm brand new, so I'll be back to the gym Monday morning. I'm going to be training twice even harder for this. To be honest, I was 82 kilos today. I'm fighting at 77 kilos. The guy accepted it at 82, but I'm going to be cutting down to 77, so I'll be fitter, I'll be even more ripped, I'll be ready to rock, you know what I mean?
Down at 77, what do you think is your strongest attribute?
Everything, you know, as Conor McGregor says, you know what I mean, we're well-skilled athletes in combat sport and we do everything. I don't train in one thing. People say I'm a striker because I teach a class in SBG kickboxing, but to be honest, I do everything, every day, everything, mixed martial arts, so and fully rounded martial arts.
Finally, do you think with the amateur rule that's on an SBG about having to get so many fights before a pro debut, does that make you just want to fight even more so you can rack the numbers up?
Whatever John says, I'll do. John's the man. He's in charge of everything. You know, I ask him a question, whatever he says, I'll do. So if he tells me I have to fight 100 amateur fights before turning pro, I'll do that. I don't care. He knows everything. You know, he's the main man. So.
Kiefer, thanks very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks very much, mate. Yeah.
Cheers.